let's talk about Trump and DeSantis and the Trump tweets that are coming out. Like, I can't even keep track of them. They're coming out so fast and furiously right now. Like, he's on I call it a tweet, but it's a quote, truth. It's a truth. He can't stop himself. I'm trying to get him in front of me. I don't know where they went, but he's, okay. First, he's going off on the Murdochs and all Murdoch-owned companies. I'll just give you a flavor. I know you've heard it, but our audience may not have. News Corp, which is Fox, the Wall Street Journal, and the no longer great New York Post, is all in for Governor Ron DeSanctimonious, an average Republican governor with great public relations, who didn't have to close up his state, but did, unlike other Republican governors whose overall numbers for a Republican were just average, middle of the pack, including COVID, and who has the advantage of sunshine, where people from badly run states up north would go no matter who the governor was, just like I did. Then a long paragraph, which I'll spare you, but it's basically saying that Ron came to him and bent the knee to get Trump's help when he was running for Congress in 2017. He was politically dead, losing in a landscape to a very good agriculture commissioner, Adam Putnam, who was loaded with cash and great poll numbers. Ron had low approval, bad polls, and no money, but he said if I would endorse him, he could win. Then goes on to explain how that's exactly what happened. And then I fixed his campaign when he was running for governor, which had completely fallen apart. I stopped his election from being stolen. And now Ron DeSanctimonious is playing games. The fake news asks him if he's going to run if President Trump runs, and he says, I'm only focused on the governor's race. I'm not looking into the future. Well, in terms of loyalty and class, that's not really the right answer. It's kind of amusing. You got to give him points for being amusing. And then basically just says, make America great again, me, 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 me. So far as we know, he's going full steam ahead with his announcement on Tuesday, right? Tuesday the 15th? Yeah, Tuesday the 15th, which, knowing Trump, maybe it's not even an election announcement. Maybe it's just some big tease about how he's going to do another benefit for veterans or something. I have no idea. He hasn't specifically said what the topic is. But what are we to make of the nonstop tweeting? He attacked Governor Youngkin as well today. He said his name sounds Chinese. I mean, I can't. Yeah. That happened.
That one was bizarre. I don't know whether it was a typo where your phone fixes something and it came out Young space Kin, and then he's like, "Oh, that's funny. I'll make a Chinese joke," or whether he did it deliberately. Who knows? So he's obviously not in a great state. He's angry. The truth about DeSantis is both obviously a warning that Trump will do everything possible to destroy him if he gets in the race, and will throw out, as is Trump's want, and that's worked for him over the years, just tons of allegations, some of which fabricated. I mean, the idea he sent the FBI down to stop the election from being stolen from DeSantis is crazy, but DeSantis eventually, will have to address it. I mean, he doesn't have to address it now. He just say, well, I need to be inaugurated. I'm focused on, our agenda in the next term of the legislature, next session of the legislature or whatever. But eventually, if he gets in, this is what it'll be. It'll be a hail of fists from Trump, and he'll have to figure out how to deal with it. But it's at the same time, it's a warning of what's to come. It's also a sign of weakness, right? This is someone who's afraid, right? And is eager to keep DeSantis out because he's afraid what will happen, clearly, if he gets in. And at this juncture in nomination battles, very often everything we think is wrong, right? We think, it's going to be Trump, DeSantis. Who knows? It ended up being Youngkin Pompeo for all we know. But DeSantis, his stature in the party grew a huge way on Tuesday night. Winning by 20 points was amazing enough. Then to do it when everyone else is losing just puts it in starker relief. I was talking to a Republican senator, the same one who was trying to convince me about Nevada, just saying his state, clearly, if you took a poll now, DeSantis for 2024, DeSantis would be 20 points higher than he was on Monday. So Trump knows that. Trump feels that, and he's trying to grapple with it.
I mean, the thing about DeSantis is he hasn't yet been really tested in the way we've seen Trump tested, right? We haven't seen him on a big debate stage. I mean, it's Charlie Crist, please. I mean, my plant could beat him in a debate. So, I feel like DeSantis is far less tested than Trump has been in terms of, what you're getting when you get Donald Trump. So I don't know, I don't know what to expect. I don't know DeSantis enough. I have to be honest, I feel a little uncomfortable with how sycophantic everyone on the right wing is sounding about him? Can we like just wait and let him?
Yeah.
Let's see more, like, my God, even the press is like sending out their selfies of their picture with him. I'm like, could you just at least pretend that there's an arm's length there? It's making me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. I just literally, as I was, I flew down to Florida today just because of the sunshine. Nothing to do with DeSantis, just the sunshine. But I checked my email and I got off the plane. An old gray beard who's been around National Review for decades emailed me. He's like, Trump, what he's done is unforgivable. But counseling you, Rich, don't jump all in DeSantis yet. Let it play out. And so it's exactly the same point. Just the jump from, even though DeSantis has a major national profile now, the jump from performing on a state stage to a national stage is huge. And performing is, you underline that word, right? Trump won in 2016 because he was such a fantastic performer. Obama, same thing, a performer. You need to light people up. The only exception is Biden, and that was unusual circumstances. Otherwise,
big asterisks.
You need the charisma, and DeSantis is naturally an introverted man, and he's obviously succeeded hugely despite that, which is not a natural quality for a politician. But it'll be tested. It'll be tested in a way. It just does it to everyone. The presidential politics, the pressure cooker, it exposes you. And whatever his flaws are, and he has some that we're aware of, some we're not aware of, we will learn. That's the way it always works.
This is the debate we've been having on an ongoing basis on whether DeSantis or any other man or woman can get past the 800-pound gorilla. If the gorilla says, I'm in on Tuesday, see if you can get by me, can anyone? And let's say DeSantis does. Let's say there are enough angry MAGA core faithful out there like, I love Trump, but I like winning more, and I think DeSantis is going to get us, to the promised land. Aren't there enough like Trump faithful who could be spoilers, who will ruin the whole thing?
These are big questions. So I've tended, I followed what you've said about Trump's strength in the primary, and I tended to agree with it. But I think now, he's less of a gorilla and more an orangutan. Orangutans are still big creatures. They have enormous, strong arms. They can hurt you. You don't want to get in a fight with an orangutan, but it's a little less formidable than a gorilla. So I think Trump is diminished, at least for now. I thought he's been diminished before, and he's always bounced right back. So maybe bounce right back after this one too. But this does feel different. So, but I don't discount Trump at all. And we've heard from the elites. We've heard from opinion makers. We've heard from some more elected politicians than I would have thought. Winsome Sears down in Lieutenant Governor in Virginia said, just the other day, she's not going to support him. But we haven't heard from the voters yet. We haven't even seen polling, and they're the ones who drove the Trump phenomenon fundamentally in 2016. They're the ones that have made every single Republican afraid of Trump. It's not Trump so much, although obviously, as we're seeing with DeSantis, he'll throw anything at you. But it's the fear of what the voters will do to you if you're on the wrong side of Trump. And that fear is still there for understandable reasons, so we don't know how the voters are processing all this.
Do you ever wonder if your vitamins are working? Clinical studies show Healthy Cell's new ingestible gel technology called microgel delivers maximum nutrient absorption, 165% more than tablets. And it tastes great. It's hard to make vitamin liquids or gels taste good naturally, right? But Healthy Cell products are the best tasting pill-free supplements on the market. Go pill-free and get up to 15 pills worth of nutrients in one ultra absorption gel pack, saving you money and time and giving you effective doses. Take a single great tasting gel pack at home or on the go. It's great for travel, and you can mix it into drinks or blend it into smoothies. Old-fashioned tablets, capsules, and powders contain synthetic other ingredients like binding glues, flow agents, fillers, coatings that could irritate your gut and are just kind of gross. Plus, this is made in the USA. Visit healthycell.com/Megyn, Megyn, or use that code Megyn for 20% off your first order. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.